Hi everyone. This is my first YouTube video ever, so I'm a little nervous and I don't even know if I'm doing it right, but I've had so many exciting things going on in my life recently. I really wanted to share it with everybody, and I figured this was probably the easiest way. So I've been going to Gospel Revolution Church for the last 4 years, and my whole entire life has been flipped upside down in a really, really good way. But more recently, Greg preached on a series about did God forsake Jesus on the cross, and I think it was like 3 or 4 CDs. And the one in particular that I'm talking about was, did Jesus feel forsaken when he was hanging on the cross by God? So I was listening to it over and over and over because I learn new things each time. But as I was listening to it this last time, I really felt like the Holy Spirit just kind of showed me a picture of reality and what was really going on. And he kind of gave me a picture of like a football. They were like in a football huddle, kind of. God and the Holy Spirit and Jesus, they were all in a huddle, and they were kind of like talking about how this was going to go down. So like the 3 of them in the beginning planned out this whole thing out. So it was like this grand master plan that the 3 of them came up with and decided that they were going to do together. So that in itself was really awesome, because I really never understood that, and never understood, like, I felt like maybe it was a burden to be on Jesus to come and do that, and I always kind of felt sorry for him. But Greg gave me a different picture of what really happened, and not only was it not a burden, but it was Jesus's choice. And not only that, but it was like a really, really exciting thing. Like the 3 of them were so excited in creating this plan that they were just overwhelmed with joy and a way that they were going to redeem us and save us. So as I was going through these CDs, the Holy Spirit, like I said, gave me a picture of this huddle, and that the 3 of them were just, talking it out. And, God was telling Jesus, look, when you go to the cross, if you can get up, if you can go to the cross and you can take on man's lies, and you can take on their bondage and their belief systems and everything that goes along with it, if he could take that on and get on the cross, that all those things were going to result in his death. Okay, so God and Jesus are kind of like talking it out and talking about the way, it's going to go down, and the things that Jesus is going to have to take on himself to put himself in man's place and take our place. And Greg says it so much better than me, so you really need to listen to the CD. But then the Holy Spirit comes in. This is the part I'm really excited about. So then the Holy Spirit comes in, and the Holy Spirit's telling Jesus, when you're hanging on that cross and you have the sin and the ugliness and the unbelief of the world, and you're up there dying on the cross, and the lies of the world are coming at you, and Satan's coming at you with his lies and the belief system that the people have, I am going to be right there with you. I am going to be motivating you. I am going to be in your ear, giving you strength, giving you power to overcome these things. And so, like, at that point, when I'm hearing that, the Holy Spirit just like gave me this amazing picture of the reality of what was going on. So I see Jesus hanging there and dying, and then you see the Holy Spirit come in, and he's like perfectly just like sitting right there on Jesus' shoulder, and he's right in his ear, and the Holy Spirit's telling Jesus, I got you, man. I'm with you. I am your power. I am your strength. No matter what the world tries to say about you, no matter what Satan says to you, no matter what lies you're believing. Like, the Holy Spirit is just in his face, like screaming and yelling, and not in a bad, angry way, but in a wonderful, wonderful, like motivating way. Like, he was just filling Jesus with his strength and his power and everything he needed to continue to believe what the Father promised him was going to happen. And so, like, I just got this awesome, amazing, beautiful picture of the Holy Spirit and Jesus up on the cross, and what the 2 of them were doing together as a team. And the Holy Spirit's just reminding Jesus, God promised you he wasn't going to leave you in this death. God promised he was going to raise you from the dead. God promised he was going to seat you in heavenly places above all things. You are going to redeem man. And the Holy Spirit is just yelling these things, and it was just such an amazingly beautiful picture in a way I've never imagined or experienced it before. And it was just neat. I felt like the Holy Spirit, like, showed me what really happened, 2,000 years ago on the cross. And right after that, he kind of brought a movie to my heart. It's a movie I always really, really liked, Facing the Giants. My favorite scene in the movie was when they were on the football field. The coach was on the football field with his players, and he asked one of the players to do what I think what they called was the death crawl. And the kid didn't think he could do it, especially like as far as the coach was asking him to go. And so in the movie, the coach is on the ground with him, and he's like yelling and screaming in the kid's face, and again, not in a bad way, like in a motivational, you can do it, I know you can, I have, you know, faith and strength and power in you. And so the Holy Spirit brought that movie to my remembrance, and I thought about that, you know, and I never really knew why, but that was my favorite scene in the movie, and I didn't know why it's my favorite scene in the movie, but the Holy Spirit just kind of told me, like, I'd always get tingles during that part of the movie, you know, and the Holy Spirit was like, that was me in you loving that part of the movie because it reminded me of what I did with Jesus on the cross. And so that was just so exciting to me, and I just wanted to share it with everybody. I hopefully am going to be able to add a little clip of that portion of the movie so that you guys can see it and enjoy it as well. I hope this video makes it to YouTube, and if it does, I hope that you guys are blessed by it. Bye.